It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That, of course, is Badlands from their self-titled debut release, and that's The Winter's Call. And as much as I hate to admit it, winter is calling, Chris-akin.
It's calling me, and it's saying, keep the beers cold, fuckface. You're going to need it because it's cold.
Well, I don't think you're going to have trouble keeping the beer cold because seems like the winter's call is calling a little earlier this year than normal.
I think it's the stomach's calling for me. My stomach's calling for more beer. Won't leave it all behind.
Right. Well, it is your Classic Metal Show. We are back live. Glad to be here. You seem like you're all pumped up, ready to go for the show.
I'm halfway drunk and ready to fucking tear the roof off this bitch tonight, man. I'm all kinds of fired up.
Now, let me ask you, how do you gauge halfway drunk?
Happy.
Okay.
I'm not sleepy at all. I'm just, like, ready to, like, put on some Pantera and fucking mosh myself a hole in my door.
So you're basically in MOL mode.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely ready to fucking kill somebody right now, which is perfect for this show, is it not?
Is there a specific reason why you feel so much aggression?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes, there is, but I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, you don't want to talk about it?
I'll put it this way. I had a really, really, really fucking bad fucking cocksucking fucking week with my ex, and while we've worked it out, it does not mean that I do not have much rage to explode tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. See, I spoke with you a couple of times this week, and you didn't even mention that.
Well, it all came to a head Thursday, and I don't think I've spoken to you after Thursday, but yeah, we had quite the end of the week.
Wow.
And here's how it works out for tonight. One, I had a fucking horrendously shit week. My worst attitude week that I've had since this whole divorce nonsense started. But we're going to add into that the fact that on Thursday night I was out until 2 in the morning, and then last night I was out until 7 in the morning, and I really haven't slept since Wednesday.
Wow.
So I'm amped, I'm drunk, and I'm punchy.
Okay, well, I guess that kind of explains it. I wasn't aware of your heavy social schedule that has kept you, so busy.
It's all about the pops and the pussy, as I like to call it.
Okay.
And I want one or the other every single night, either the fucking road pops or the pussy. So that's why I've been active.
Right. I don't think I've heard that term in a long time, road pop.
Road pops?
Yeah.
Well, I do drink and drive, so I guess I got to call them road pops.
So let's just hope you don't get popped by the local authorities.
Yeah, come and get me, bitches. I crashed my car last night, though.
You did? Were you playing Motley Crue music to crash your car to?
No, then I'd have killed a drummer. But
nice.
No, I don't know. I just was backing up. I was actually sober at this point, but I was backing up and fucking didn't see a guardrail sneak out and bite me. Really?
It just jumped right out there.
Goddamn things. Why don't they make those things stationary so they don't move and hit your car?
Right.
So, yeah, the back end of my car is all fucking tore up.
Wow. Wow. Look at you. You've had quite the week.
I've had quite the week. If it could happen bad, it pretty much did this week.
Well, see, when I spoke with you early in the week, you were buckled down. You were nose to the grindstone.
Sure.
You were taking care of your customer base. You were generating revenue.
Correct.
And then the rest of the whole week must have just went downhill from there.
I did very well on that front this week. I will say I did sign a new job. Thank you to our good friend Steve. You know, I signed a brand new job this week, and it's a fatty, so that's always good. So business-wise, I did fine this week.
Mm-hmm.
My God. Anytime I picked up my phone and it wasn't a business call, good luck.
Wow. So it's a good thing you signed those papers that said, I don't owe you nothing, bitch, so you can go out there and be profitable and not worry about it being swept out from under you.
Oh, boy. I don't have to donate any to the fucking collection plate, thank you.
Nice. Good for you. Well, you know, there is a motto that I personally live by. It was quoted by one of my childhood heroes, Evel Knievel.
Okay.
In every adversity, there's an equivalency to benefit if you just look for it.
Sure.
So there you go.
You know which one I liked by Evel Knievel?
Which one?
Ah!
I don't think you ever heard that from him.
I'm falling!
Very nice. Well, what do we have on tap tonight? I know next week is going to be our first remote show live from a club. The Foundry, formerly the Blind Lemon, formerly the Hi-Fi Club, formerly the...
A million names on that place. But yeah, this week we will absolutely be talking somewhat about the show, and I guess we're going to play some Gatlin stuff. And I think I sent you some Voodoo Brothers stuff. If not, I'll find some and send it to you. So we can play some of that, get the peeps ready for that next week. Johnny from Gatlin will be on, and I'm sure you have plenty to say to him.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you here, and I'm going to air some personal business.
All right.
He wrote me an apology letter.
Really?
He did.
How about that? Did you write him back?
Yes, I did, and I told him, basically, after doing this show for 17 years and dealing with basically just about every fucknut out there, that he's going to have to come a little stronger to rattle me.
I love it.
That was the gist of it.
Right. And for people that don't know, do we tell them or do we just leave it?
What about it?
Because I don't think anybody knows what we're talking about.
Oh, well, you posted it on the Spreaker, so...
I didn't post
who it was, but yeah, you can go ahead and reveal it. Sure, go ahead.
Well, I'm sure some of you remember those calls last week that were just bashing on Neeley. And they are on Spreaker, Spreaker.com/ whatever it is, the Classic Metal Show or whatever. But we found out that it was, one of our own, my guy John, who's going to be playing for us next week, trying to be funny on the show.
Failing miserably, and I might add.
Trying to do a bit. And if there's anything that you and I have learned on this show, it's that we don't do bits.
Well, I did explain that in the email as well.
Okay. I have not seen or heard of. I heard that there was an email sent.
Yes, he sent me an email, and I explained to him, much like you did, how the show works and why it works and how preconceived, contrived bits never work.
And they don't.
And this is why it failed miserably, but it's cool because it's just somebody who's a fan of the show and who wants to get in on the act, per se. But it's leave it to the people who know what they're doing.
Leave it to the pros, amateur.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So,
well, in any event, we will be having John on to talk about Gatlin a little bit.
Sure.
And talk about the show next week, which will be fun. Also, I got approached a couple of weeks ago. This has nothing to do with our show that's coming up, but it's just a band that I think you'll dig a lot.
Okay.
So I sent it to you. If you don't have it, tell me, and I'll send it to you like as soon as we stop talking. But the band is called Gypsy Rose.
I have it.
Okay, and the one of the guys in the band, Michael Ross, wrote me and asked about coming onto the show, and I'm always willing to open the door when people are bold enough to fucking A, get the show, and B, ask. So, I read his email, and it seemed like, he's genuine, that he wants to get a little press, and he understands that we'll get him some press.
Sure.
So, I listened to the disc, and I was like, man, that's shit that Neeley would like a ton. So on they come. So Michael Ross will be on in about a half hour or whatever to talk about the new record from Gypsy Rose, which is called, it's right here, Poisoned by Love.
Okay, I think you can relate to that.
Oh, boy, can I.
Nice. Yeah, sure. I got the Gypsy Rose here. I have not heard it, but when we get out of this break, we will play some. Yeah,
it's real good. It's really fans of stuff like Dokken or that ilk. Where,
Stop with the Dokken already. Fucking Dokken already. Jesus Christ. Stop with it.
Testament.
Stop with the Dokken. Jesus. They took over the show last week. I get it.
Get it. Play some fucking Testament, you fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And job.
That's your friend, right?
Yeah.
That's your friend.
Are you going to stick this all on me?
Yeah, I'm putting this all on you.
All right.
All on you.
All this fucking stuff. Every time I've had anybody on the show the last month, it's been bad. We've had some bad moments.
Sure.
Funny, but bad.
Right.
But anyway, Michael Ross will be on tonight. And then this is my home run of home runs. And this will redeem John, I think.
Sure.
He turned me on to a CD from a band called the Infirmary Kids. This CD might replace everything that we've ever thought of as horrendous.
Even the Laser Wolves?
Way worse than the Laser Wolves.
Really?
Laser Wolves are fucking rock and roll Hall of Fame compared
Nice.
to Infirmary Kids.
Right.
This is, I can't even describe it, but just the way these guys put words together and the just unbelievable musicianship. This is worse than Lynch Mob, Smoke This, Gene Simmons' Asshole, Dawkins' Shadow Life, Laser Wolves, Bag. Put them all together, divide by 1,000,000, and that's the level of talent you have in this band.
Wow.
So I'm thrilled to bring their 8-song release, and it's an official release. It's called, and this is classic because these guys are sending a message, motherfuckers.
Uh-oh.
This middle finger is for you.
Wow. Wow. Very cliche.
Yeah, cliche. Cutting edge, you mean.
Oh, sorry. Cutting edge.
That's right.
I would have never thought of that.
So we will definitely be probably at length reviewing the Infirmary Kids at some point
The
tonight.
Infirmary Kids.
Yeah.
They sound like a very dangerous band.
Very scary, man.
They're dangerous, man.
Yes, Jackal 1. Nostradamus is a masterpiece by comparison. Masterpiece. I would listen to it 524 straight days before I would listen to this whole CD once.
Nice.
That is how masterful the Infirmary Kids are.
Sure. Well, our good friend and our unpaid producer, Wheezy, sent over some stuff.
Okay.
He sent over a Jeff Tate interview.
Okay.
By somebody called Metal Mayhem.
Metal. Oh, I see that guy on iTunes or something.
I don't know what this is, but apparently it's noteworthy.
Okay.
He also sent over an interview by Metal Mayhem doing an interview with Jeff Pilson on the T&N record.
Oh, good.
And there is like some slobbing of the knob here.
Oh, God. I love it.
Jeff will not need to be laid by his wife for at least a month after this.
Is that what he wrote?
No, I said that.
Oh, well, look at you, comedy guy.
This guy's jizz has been drained from his balls from these guys.
Oh my God! Did you? So you? Listened to this?
I did. I couldn't help myself. I had to listen.
I love it.
Jeff probably got the best hand job from these guys.
Oh, give me the mayhem! Give me the mayhem!
He's probably had in a long time. If you had a slurping noise of sound effect, it would definitely be appropriate.
I will see if I can't find one before we play this.
Also, being that it was the month of October,
yes,
as you know, commercial radio is extremely lame.
Yes,
and they always like to play silly games with the names of the month.
Oh, yeah.
So they had to turn October into Jocktober.
Jocktober?
Jocktober.
Oh, God.
And our good friend Wheezy sent over some Jocktober.
Oh, that's great.
Stuff.
Nice.
From Metal Mayhem also.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm. This show is aired on AM 1460.
Wow, all the way up there.
WVOX in New Rochelle, New York.
Nice. Can't wait to hear.
So Jocktober.
It's Jocktober here on your Classic Metal Show.
Well, I remember when I lived in Akron, Ohio, WONE did that every year with September was always Zeptember.
Right.
So they had to show, they had to play all the Zeppelin throughout the whole month.
Right.
Much like what Sirius XM does now with a whole channel dedicated to an artist or two,
Right, sure.
And then one of the biggest events was WONE's sponsors. The song remains the same. The showing of the Led Zeppelin concert footage from 1973.
Oh, joy.
That's
great. So what is November? Is that Rock and Roll-vember?
November is, I can't remember what it was, but I remember also they would do these midnight showings of The Wall.
Oh, right.
And it was Rocktober.
Nice.
Yeah, so October was Rocktober.
Awesome.
Yeah. Get the fans into the rock, man.
That's right.
Because it wasn't the same 5-8 songs we heard all week long.
That's right.
We just heard them back to back. We didn't have to wait between Skinner and Van Halen to hear them.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, we are live in the Classic Metal Show chat room. If you want to join us, chatandkill.com. Chatandkill.com. Jump in there, be a part of the show. It's always a good time. I like to see a nice little crowd in there from the very get-go. People waiting for the show.
Yeah, that is always cool.
Yeah, so it always gets busier through the evening, but jump in there, chatandkill.com. Feel free to private message myself or Chris if there's something you gotta say.
Yeah, how about this? Private message Neeley, especially if you want to hear songs. Here's the newsflash, people. I don't play the songs.
Yeah, I run the main control studio over here, and when I say studio, I have a studio. It's not me just running some software on
That's right.
on a computer. Chris has been here. He's been in the studio.
I have.
And it's fucking awesome.
It is. It's the shit. All right, let's play music. I got to get a beer. I got to take a shit. It's time to fucking get ready for this show.
All right. Well, anyway, so if you want to jump in, chatandkill.com, and we do have a studio line, or not a studio line, but a request line nobody ever uses except Cerberus.
Right, exactly.
216-282-6771.
Right.
216-282-6771. Or if you want, like our good friend Mark Nero, he sent me an email, request@theclassicmetalshow.com.
Oh, don't send a Mark Nero-like email. Send like a one-question email.
Mark has sent us an entire dossier tonight.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Complete dossier.
Oh, good.
So we got a Mark Nero email. So apparently he's taken time away from fighting the Haitians and was able to pen us a letter again this week.
Very nice.
All right. So there you go. All right. Well, since we're going to have Gypsy Rose on the show, and I haven't heard the CD, so you're going to have to help me out here. Right. What do you think we ought to play?
How about if we go with try Don't Turn Your Back on Me Now.
Okay.
Track 3.
All right, got it.
It's a pretty good one.
Excellent. All right, well, we're going to have these guys on the show in about 25 minutes. The name of the band, Gypsy Rose. The name of the CD, Poisoned by Love. Chris's theme song as of late. And this is Don't Turn Your Back on Me Now, bitch.
Yeah, cunt.
Exclusively here
on your Classic Metal Show.